Alright, relax. Hey guys, some of y'all tuned in and saw my Goku painting last night. I'm doing a new one. I'm actually getting paid to do this one, which is pretty cool. So I just want to kind of do a step-by-step of the process behind what I do. So check it out. Some of y'all out there are better artists than me and can freehand stuff. I cannot. I can do a few things freehand. But so safe bet, what I like to do is kind of a grid system. I learned this whenever I was doing portrait drawing. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to start off with your picture and you're going to do a grid on it. So this is the picture I'm doing. As you can see, I've got my, I think they're 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch grids. They're exactly that. Well, they're inch by inch. So what I want to do then is kind of figure out a correlation, because I don't want to, if I have squares here, I want the same squares here so that each box is generally the same size, just ratio is different. So I think what I did last time was 3 1/4, because what I'm working with here is a 24 inch by 24 inch. This is 6 boxes across, 8 boxes tall. So I want to get that same kind of reference here. I don't think I nailed it though. I think I have 2 on here either side where it's a little bit too far. So let me kind of remember what I did. So give me a second. I'm going to be doing a little bit of measuring, little bit of math. I think what I ended up doing was like 1 3/4. So I've got my handy dandy ruler. You should get a ruler if you don't have one. Every artist should have a ruler and a circle stencil. That just helps out a lot with a lot of stuff, really. Working with wood, that's what I like to use. I don't know. My boxes are definitely way bigger than that. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go look at my previous one and kind of see what I did. So really what it's looking like is that I did 3 inches exactly. So that's what I'm going to do here. So go ahead and mark down my 3 inches. In the school of measure twice, cut once, so as I'm making these grids, I'll kind of make a few across both sides, so that when I make my straight lines, even if some are a little bit off, they're mostly on. And again, what I'm doing is for people like myself who aren't the best at freehand drawing. I am making a ratio of squares on my what I'm going to use against the picture that I'm drawing from. And basically what this is doing is it's making it to where instead of drawing a picture as a whole, you're drawing the individual squares. So it kind of breaks it down. It makes it easier for your brain to kind of digest. And then you don't get those things where like the face is right but the eyes are too big or stuff like that. So I think what I really need to get, if I'm using this 24 by 24 wood, which I do frequently, just need to go ahead and get just a 24-inch ruler instead of this 18-inch ruler. But, you know, as they say, hindsight is 20/20. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make my horizontal grids and then my vertical grids. The reason why I work with wood instead of, say, canvas is it's cheap. Canvas can get pretty expensive, especially when you're getting into these larger sizes. And I don't think I'm particularly good enough for canvas. Wood's kind of, you can make a few mistakes and it doesn't really penalize you. I don't know how canvas works though, so. One more. Whoop. Okay. Now to draw my lines. Let's get this out of the way real quick. This part in particular is the most boring of parts, but very important. Muy importante. Alright. Our grid's done now, so we're going to move on to drawing Goku. You kind of want to get an idea of which direction you want to go. I'm going to go up and down like this, with my wood grain going up and down. Now, as far as where I start, I've got 8 across, 8 up and down, so that covers my 8 up and down here, but I'm going to take off 2 from either side. That's going to give me kind of a nice frame, which I'll probably either just end up coloring these black. So after that, what you want to do is just pick a square and go from there. So no better place to start than the bottom corner. So now, instead of drawing you know, again, the whole picture from just looking at it, we're going to be drawing just 1 square at a time. You don't have to be perfect with your lines or your angles or your drawing right now. Mainly because we will be painting over this. So I don't worry about, you know, getting the picture 100% perfect. There are a few details that I want to nail, such as the eyes and the face, but like the hair, you don't really have to worry about too much. Oh, whoops. I've started a square too low. But that's okay. There are some lines on this that I do want pretty straight, such as the chin, the jawline. So I'm going to bust my ruler out for that again. Very few people can draw like actual straight lines. So it's totally okay to like use a ruler. Gonna make a point of reference. Alright, well, I gotta get ready to work, so I'll leave this for now, and I'll be back on later. So check me out, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Check out a few of my other painting videos. Goodbye for now.